This Pothos looks okay, but not great. And the problem isn't fertilizer, it's the soil biology. Today, I'm going to revive this plant using compost rich in beneficial microbes. And I'll explain the science behind why those microbes help houseplants thrive. And trust me, once you understand what's happening in the soil, you'll never look at potting mix the same way again. Hi, I'm Mopẹ, a microbiologist and compost maker. I am obsessed with how microorganisms transform soil and help plants grow. Today, we're turning a research paper about compost microbiomes into practical houseplant care. Without getting overly technical, we're taking this tired pothos, refreshing its root environment, and using compost to bring the soil back to life. Here's what we're doing today. First, we're gonna diagnose what's happening with this pothos, refresh the roots, and repot with a compost blend. Then we're gonna break down the microbe science, simply show what to expect after repotting. This plant's soil is compacted. The roots are circling and the potting mix is basically biologically tired. Indoor potting mixes start out fluffy and alive, but over months and years, the microbial diversity drops. According to the review I'm using today, microbial diversity is essential for nutrient circling, organic matter transformation, and plant health. So, this pothos isn't suffering from neglect, it's suffering from a lack of biology. Let's get into the potting. I'm gently loosening the plant from the pot so I don't shock the roots. Roots shouldn't sit in stagnant, compact soil. They need air, structure, and a living microbial community to support them. This compost is alive. The paper highlights that compost naturally contains groups like Firmicutes, which are responsible for stress tolerance and root development. Actinobacteria, they heal the soil and make antibiotics. Proteobacteria, they make nitrogen available for the plant to use. Bacteroidetes, they break down organic matters and support root health. And chloroflexi, they stabilize the compost. I can't emphasize enough the role microorganisms play in keeping your houseplants healthy. Each of these main groups specialize in breaking down organic matter and moving nutrients to your plants. I'm mixing my compost with a light potting mix to keep things airy. Most beneficial compost microbes are aerobic, so dense, soggy soil will slow them down. You don't need a ton of compost to make a difference, just enough to repopulate the microbial community around the roots. So what are these microbes actually doing? 1. Transforming organic matter. Compost microbes break down complex materials, things like cellulose and lignin, using enzymes. The paper explains that this process creates stable organic matter and releases nutrients slowly in forms plants actually recognize and can absorb. Second, feeding the plant. Bacteria tend to act fast, grabbing soluble nutrients because of their large surface area. Fungi act slow and steady, breaking down tougher materials. Together, they create a balanced nutrient environment, protecting the roots. A diverse microbial community makes the soil more resilient. The review shows that compost amended soils suppress pathogens simply because beneficial microbes take up space, resources, and they dominate the environment, supporting root growth. Healthy soil biology helps roots branch, recover, and absorb water more evenly. So when you add compost, you're not just feeding the plant, you're rebuilding an entire microscopic ecosystem. This pothos is already looking fresher. The soil adds structure, oxygen, nutrients, and most importantly, life. Here's what to expect over the next few weeks. The plant may droop slightly, that's normal, after any repotting. Water thoroughly once, then let the top inch dry before watering again. Compost holds moisture well. Pause fertilizer for 2 to 3 weeks. Let the microbe community stabilize. Bright indirect light will help the plant photosynthesize and feed those microbes through root exudates. The microbes need time to integrate, but once they do, your pothos will grow stronger and more consistently. I love compost because it's nature's original plant care system. There is so much intelligence happening at the microscopic level, and we get to use it right here at home. If you want more videos where I break down real plant science in simple ways, especially compost, microbes, and houseplants care, make sure to like this video and subscribe. And tell me in the comments which plant in your home needs a microbial makeover nest. Thanks for hanging out with me and my microbes. See you in the next video.